Steamdrunk.
I, like many of you watching, have a gigantic backlog of Steam games where I've played something for maybe 15 minutes and then never touched it again. Not because the game was bad, but it was just to satisfy my curiosity, so I could point to it on my list or remember, oh yeah, that's what that game is. Well, something strange happened a few weeks ago. I actually went back to one of those games. Weird, I know, but a few months ago I picked up Parking Garage Rally Circuit, played it for 15 minutes and enjoyed it, and put it away for an indefinite amount of time. And then inexplicably I picked it up again, and this time I could not put it down. Parking Garage Rally Circuit was made by Wallaber Entertainment and released in 2024, and the title tells you no lies. You do in fact race around in parking garages in a Sega Saturn-style racer, and right away you'll see that's the big appeal of this one. It looks, plays, and feels like an old Sega Model 2 arcade game, similar to stuff like Wave Runner and Sega Rally Championship, only this game goes all in on the grainy, compressed graphics that'll remind you of the Saturn. The controls also maintain that arcade simplicity, where there's only two buttons that you actually need, one to accelerate and one to drift, with your joystick doing the rest. There's 3 different vehicles you can race with each representing a different difficulty level. You got a little grocery getter as the slower, easier mode, the muscle car is the intermediate mode, and this souped-up Land Rover is the hardest mode. Place in the top 3 and you unlock the next track, and while the game only has 8 different tracks, each one feels a little differently in each car. In the slower car, you're more likely to deal with hazards like these falling boulders, but in faster cars, you blow past them, and there's more emphasis on drifting and how well you know the track. And the tracks themselves are great. The New Orleans track in particular is fun because you get a power outage in the middle of it and you have to race in the dark. There's a Minnesota Mega Mall course, and Lord knows I played a good amount of car slalom in the Mall of America parking ramps over the years. There's the Chicago Marina, where you have to ramp from one parking garage to the other. The Seattle Airport has you dodging baggage carts. There's, whatever this is. Is this the parking garage for Rainbow Road or something? Even the beginner track is tightly designed as a nice 5-lap, 30-second sprint. I should mention quickly that in addition to normal races, there's also an endurance mode, which is basically an arcade mode where you just have to keep hitting checkpoints until your car runs out of steam. And that brings me to the physics in this game. Every object behaves as if it were made by Nerf, for better or for worse, and I think it's for the better, because, in keeping with the Sega vibes here, you can't just be like, oh gosh, you gotta go fast! Because there's plenty of instances where you do end up going too fast and you fly out of control, which means you gotta pick your spots wisely as you learn each track. Granted, the game does a nice job giving you an opportunity to catch up if you screw something up, but occasionally the goofy Nerf physics can get in your way and ruin your run at a moment's notice. It doesn't happen often. In fact, I think it's actually kind of a nice touch how occasionally you'll sideswipe a guardrail from way up high and it could potentially end up laying on the track and in your way. Like most racing games though, it's all about feel, and this game does have a good, distinct feel to it that I felt was pretty easy to get the hang of. Now, I gotta mention one other thing that folks might find objectionable, and it's the music, and I only say that because it's ska. That can be a deal breaker, but the thing is, it fits this game perfectly. In fact, the soundtrack goes beyond ska and into some kind of Sonic Adventure ska hybrid. I mean, if I didn't know any better, I would think this game came out in 1996. So yeah, Parking Garage Rally Circuit is a lot more than just a nostalgic cash-in, and even if it were, it'd be a damn good one. But yeah, all the modern quality of life improvements are here, like online play, couch co-op, and ghost data of your best times, which of course you can turn off if you'd like. The big problem here, however, is that this one is only available on Steam. Man, we gotta change that, because this game would be perfect on the Switch. But ultimately, your decision of whether or not to play this will boil down to what's more important, an arcade racer with addictive gameplay, or listening to ska. I say, make the compromise, grit your teeth, and turn off the soundtrack if you have to, because this game is fantastic. Parking Garage Rally Circuit is well worth checking out. And that's all for now. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.